know, the hot topic in Aiken today is the Aiken Renaissance. And here to give us the facts on Aiken Renaissance is our own city manager, John Klimm.
Good morning, and thank you, Charlie, for that introduction. I was delighted to be asked to present to you today a new and exciting initiative which we believe will make a real difference in the health, vitality, and vibrancy of our community. We have provided you with a short pamphlet and have also given you a list of frequently asked questions about this plan on the table for your review. The author of this plan is not a single person or group, but is the product of input and advice and ideas and actions of many in our community, both past and present. For the first time in many years, there's a real opportunity to revitalize our downtown core with a $30 to $40 million redevelopment package. For the first time in years, there is a chance for us to witness a renaissance in our downtown area. Renaissance, a renewal or revival. The word renaissance literally meaning rebirth in French. A movement or period of great activity, a situation where there is new interest in a particular subject. Renaissance. At the Chamber's recent State of the Community address, Mayor Rick Osborne pronounced that it is, in fact, a new day in Aiken. And one of the priorities he discussed was the council's commitment to make our downtown and our north side a priority. It is said that a city's downtown essentially defines the community, the core, the center of activity, and an indicator of the community's vibrancy, vitality, and health. As all of you know, last year, 48 of our business and community leaders went on the Chamber's aspirational tour, which served as a catalyst for thought and ideas for a better Aiken. That trip planted the seeds of possibility that encouraged our community to talk about our future. And today, we begin to see the fruits of that effort. We started in Aiken by hiring our business vitality manager, introducing a new partnership with our business community. We competed for entry into the National Main Street program and were one of 2 South Carolina communities selected. We then created our Main Street advisory team, who are with us today in part, who advises us on downtown matters. They know what it takes to run a small business and what we need to do to succeed in revitalizing our downtown area. They just sponsored a terrific evening with former Charleston Mayor Joe Riley and have some great plans for other events and other initiatives. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in recognizing and thanking our Main Street's advisory team. Over the past 6 months, working through the Main Streets program, a comprehensive Aiken downtown needs assessment was completed after meetings and interviews with hundreds of our citizens that resulted in dozens of recommendations to improve our downtown area. Through the leadership of our city council, funds were appropriated to address the most critical areas of concern in the needs assessment, including a better understanding of the downtown retail mix, retail gaps in building a stronger downtown, and more work on branding and marketing both the downtown area and our entire city. The council will receive a formal presentation on November 10th, and we hope that you can join the council there that day to hear those results. We are partnering with all of you, our friends at the Chamber of Commerce, with the Aiken Downtown Development Association, with the Aiken Corporation, with local merchants and others, in a new partnership to improve our downtown area. To those of you who say, what happens downtown is of no interest to me, Because my business is on Whiskey or Silver Bluff or Richland, I say this. That's like saying the hand or the foot, saying it is not interested in what happens to the heart, not interested if it loses strength and becomes weak or even stops. Our downtown is our heart. Today I want to describe an initiative that we believe will be the beginning of a renaissance of our downtown area, a renewal and a revival which moves us forward while honoring our past, building on what is already good and successful in our downtown area. The concept is simple: to partner with a reputable and experienced development team chosen in an open, transparent, and competitive process to improve our downtown area. Like in so many communities, downtown revitalization takes initiative, courage, and vision to look at what makes for a vibrant, walkable, livable center that fosters community vibrancy while creating economic opportunity. The City of Aiken is excited about the prospect of fostering a partnership with investors and businesses who are sensitive to the character of this place and are willing to work with us towards a new chapter in our downtown area. The goal of the first phase of the Renaissance Plan is to recruit a quality development team to work with the city to accomplish the following. 1, to purchase and to redevelop the city's property at 135 Lawrence Street with a focus on adding thousands of square feet of new retail on the first floor and housing on the second and third floors. So why are we proposing to sell 135 Lawrence Street? Stated simply, we don't need 3 properties downtown. This property, with a smaller building that is not maximizing the lot, is sorely underutilized. And it is, quite frankly, one of the most architecturally challenged buildings in the area. In short, it's ugly as sin. I remember the first day I was here and I was walking around with my assistant Stuart, and we came upon this building and I said, Stuart, please, Stuart, tell me we didn't build that thing. It is both interesting and sad to reflect and see what used to be on the site. Let's get the property back on the tax rolls, increase its productive use, and get much more retail and housing downtown, which is what every planner and study says we should be doing. I think we need more housing downtown, don't you? 2, to rehabilitate the present municipal building on Park Ave into a consolidated city hall with a modest addition based on the concept of one-stop shopping for our customers. The addition would be on property that we already own, to house municipal operations on the second and third floors, and a new significant private sector retail operations on the first floor of the addition. We also propose new private sector retail in the present space where the City Conference Center is located, to the rear of the municipal building on the alley. Once again, let's increase first floor retail downtown. And 3, redevelopment of one of the premier blocks in the downtown area, built on the present Anderson and Shaw properties on Richland and Newbury Streets, property that is up for sale, to include retail on the ground level, the possibility of a municipal garage, and additional housing above as space allows. Now, as most of you probably know, the Anderson family owns the parcels we're talking about, and they've decided to sell the property. When hearing of this, we reached out through their attorney to ask whether she would consider, before putting the property on the open market, to offer an option on the property to the city. Knowing that she had intentions of selling the property anyway, begs the question of, why would the city seek to obtain an option on this property? The property's location obviously makes it an important foundation for downtown revitalization. its location adjacent to the soon-to-be restored Hotel Aiken, and its proximity to Newbury Street and to the alley make it a prime component of our efforts to revitalize our downtown. The Anderson option is not an effort for the city to develop the property itself. It is an effort that gives the city and our citizens a real say as to who will develop the property, what will be the uses, and how will the new investment enhance our downtown for generations to come. It puts our city in the driver's seat. It allows us to help determine our future. But let's be clear. Mrs. Anderson could have simply listed her property on the market, and we would all be sitting on the sidelines to see what the future of this critical block is. Yes, Mrs. Anderson could have sold to the highest bidder to put whatever they want there with the city and our citizens at the mercy of whatever happens. But Mrs. Anderson cares about this city. She loves this city. The Anderson family wanted to do the right thing for this city, and we owe her a debt of gratitude for her public spiritness. I think we owe her a round of applause. So we obtained an option on the property. We have also obtained and are working to finalize an option on the Shaw family's Holly House Motel parcel to be combined with the Anderson parcels. We also want to thank the Shaws for working with the city as well. And so what is an option? An option is a contract on real estate giving someone the exclusive right to purchase a property. Once a buyer, the city in this instance, has an option to buy a property, the seller cannot sell the property to anyone else until the option expires. The option holder, once again the city, is under no obligation to purchase and can transfer the option to another entity or simply let it lapse. And over the past month, since our press conference announcing this plan, where we announced the plan to the entire community at the same time, despite comprehensive coverage by our local newspaper, there has been information distributed thereafter that simply is not accurate. And even after these misstatements were corrected, City Council members and their families have endured an anonymous smear campaign riddled with personal attacks. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, to set the record straight and be vividly clear about what is being proposed here. To do that, I offer the following. The City of Aiken is not proposing to buy the Anderson and Shaw property. In fact, we hope to sell both our property at Lawrence Street and sell our options or transfer our options on the Anderson and Shaw properties. The City of Aiken is not kicking anyone out of their present locations. Their future will be dictated by the strength of their present leases, which the city has nothing to do with, and their negotiations with the development team who acquires the option and properties. This places these business owners in no different position than they would have been had the properties sold without city involvement. In fact, if and when we embark on the process of selecting a private development team, our plan, as stated by our City Council, has been to give extra consideration to investors and developers who will work to accommodate the businesses presently located on the block. Unlike what you have heard, existing businesses will actually have more protection with city involvement. That's why in meetings set up with every single present tenant, most of the present tenants have told us that they are appreciative and supportive of the city involvement. Most of the tenants have thanked us for our involvement. I'm not sure you've heard that part of the story yet, but you will. And there's one more component of the Renaissance plan. While we're at it, let's restore the historical significance and intent of our downtown parkways as places to congregate, connect, and enjoy. We proposed a pilot project on Park Ave to do just that. Without cutting down one tree, we can substantially improve the visibility, functionality, and use of these special places. Let's move forward by respecting the past that called for much greater usage of these public spaces. So what is our next step? We're holding options on properties, but have not exercised or sold these options. As I said before, it's not our intent to buy any of this property. Our initiative was created to create an environment to support a public-private partnership. We are developing a procurement process that solicits proposals in a transparent and open process, and every aspect of this plan will include public involvement and discussion. Our city council has yet to meet to determine whether they're even going to sell the options or to whom they will sell the options. Our city council will make these decisions, from selling our property on Lawrence Street to selling options, in open meetings, in hearings, as they always do. But let them have an opportunity to see the development proposals before they decide what is in our best interest. I will be advocating that we initiate a process called a request for qualifications to solicit development teams to compete to acquire the city's options. We want the private sector to use their innovation and creativity in proposing uses with an architectural design for this property that is keeping with our downtown. Uses which complement existing businesses in a design which is consistent with the character of Aiken's downtown. We want the private sector to redevelop these properties, including the parking garage. We expect this to be an open process that allows for extensive citizen input and evaluation. And we expect the development team to be sensitive to negotiate with, and to accommodate, to the extent possible, existing businesses already on this block, protections that they presently do not have. So, ladies and gentlemen, the question for you is this: will this be the beginning of a renaissance which transforms our wonderful city, bringing continued and increased vibrancy and vitality to our downtown? Can we seize this moment and bring the downtown to the next level and beyond? Will we act to implement our plan in the near future, or will our future be filled with regret about what could have been? The question for you is also this: can we count on all of you to voice your opinion, whatever that may be, to attend meetings, to help our talented Main Street advisory team, to write letters to the newspaper, and to be there when it counts? As a city, we are at a crossroad. The question is, what road will we take? Mayor Joe Riley reminded all of us a few weeks ago of the stark reality that you either grow or wither. Will we continue to revitalize the jewel in the crown of Aiken through this renaissance, or will we be content to settle for the status quo? At the end of the day, the choice really is yours. Every one of you here today can make a difference. Every one of you will decide to either stay on the sidelines or to enter the fray. The time has come to decide whether the future of Aiken's downtown is worthy of this fight. The time has come to decide where we are headed and what our future shall be. With the energy and the possibility and the experience and the talent and the wisdom in this room today, maybe, just maybe, Mayor Osborne was right. Maybe this is a new day in Aiken. Thank you.